Hey there everybody, it's Wayne D. Welcome to the website. It's WayneD.com, and we're looking at Max Rosenberg. Did a video on Max last month. We're going to do probably once a month. Max is taking a year off from work, and he's down here in Florida now. He's going to try to see how good he can get with the goal eventually to play for some money eventually. Anyway, as you can see, Max got a good fluid swing. His handicap up in New York, where he works full time, not at golf, is somewhere in the 8, 9, 10 range. And he wants to be as good as he can get. Alright, so that was the swing that we started with. So a month in, let's just go right to a comparison. So obviously watching Max hit balls, and to me it was a little bit unwieldy, meaning it was kind of long. It had a tendency to get steep, and through the ball it appeared that he kept trying to get the club to go more down the target line. So after 4 or 5 sessions, we've talked about quite a lot of things. So one of my goals was to simplify the backswing. I'm very focused these days on the overuse of the right shoulder. You can see Max's legs are very stable, but in the upper body, to me, you can see him pull his right arm behind him. So this would be something we would want to simplify here with some width and possibly a little shorter swing. So we want to get that right arm to be in better position at the top of the swing. So check out the backswing now. Now, being 6'7" and in good shape, to me, he just doesn't need this longer swing and huge amount of turn. He's going to be able to produce energy down at the bottom very easily, especially if he can get it to be efficient. And one of the things Max has going for him is he has a very good sense of trailing the club. So look how nicely his hands get forward at impact here. So you can see the impact has improved. It's got much more sustain past the ball in that right wrist. Right, so a more controlled swing. That's kind of what we're looking for here. So let's go to the down the line shot and compare. Now, posture-wise, trying to get his arms to hang a little bit more out. So here's this look of having his arms in. This was still a little bit on the inward side. I'm going to get his arms a little bit straighter, which would mean probably getting the hands slightly more away from the body and the upper body slightly more erect. But you can see he's got a very nice takeaway move. And when we started, that wasn't so bad either. So it's always nice not to have to undergo a complete swing transformation to get a swing to be functional. Max had some good stuff in his swing. Really hasn't practiced or competed that much in his life, so his results don't really show that his swing was sort of better than most of the 8 to 10 handicappers you'll ever see. So one of the biggest differences that we're working on now is what happens with the right arm from P3 to P4. So here we're trying to keep this guy in a little bit more. So we're trying to keep it by introducing a little bit more external rotation approaching the top of the swing. We're trying to get that upper arm to stay adducted inward a little bit more at the top. We don't want it to turn back behind him. So you can see longer swing a month ago. Now the goal here wasn't really to force the swing to be shorter. We just did a couple of things with the sensation of not overturning the right arm and shoulder. We don't want any scapular retraction. We just want to feel like the left arm and the shoulder joint is dictating the length of the swing. So we're looking for optimal swing length. Now he also had a nice hand path going on, but the shaft wasn't really responding. It would stay steep and the face would get a little shut. So as you see now, that shaft is not going to be quite as steep. The face is still a little closed, but not as much. And one of the big differences now, he can release the face. So as he supinates the left forearm to close the face, as long as that club feels like it's coming from more over here without being way behind him, he can turn it down and take it around. You can see from this view here, you can see the face is staying more open. So last week he shot his best round ever, 73, but as things happened, the next day he shot I think 85 or 6. But I like the progress of the swing. I think we're coming along very nicely. We're also working on all the facets of the game, the putting, pitching, and we'll go over that in a couple of videos at a later date. All right.